So I said, wrecked him. Damn near killed him. I got nothing. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know why I'm doing all the things like that, but here we are. Guys, it's episode number 99. It's the JJ Watt episode. I'm not really. Did you notice the little, if you looked at the thumbnail, I included JJ Watt on the thumbnail. Now, if I would have been smart, starting at episode 1, every thumbnail would have had a sports number on it, right? Like, who would have been 98? I don't know, because I'm not smart. But anyways, we are at episode number 99 of the show. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. Tomorrow is obviously episode number 103, because I'm bad at math. No, that's not true. Lots of stuff to get to today. I say that every day because it's true, because there's 2 hours to fill, which means you got to have a lot of shit to talk about. So we've got a ton of stuff. Look at this. Oh, here's the thumbnail. I forgot about that. Did you notice? 99 on 99? Oh my God, I'm so small. Okay. But we're going to talk a lot about NFL today. That is the soup du jour. Plus, ladies, let me ask you a question. Just us for a second. How much do you really love your man? Like, I mean, what would you do for your man to prove that you love him? We're going to test that theory today. We're going to see how much you really and truly love your man. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to hold the ladies accountable. Plus, look, after seeing this story, I am no longer going to complain about Oliver waking me up at night because this lady had the worst night ever. We're going to talk about that as well. So much more on the show. Obviously, in NBA to talk about. The Heat, they got a hero. All right, I won't sing. But we're going to talk NBA updates. NFL, I want to talk about the best 2-0 team versus the best 0-2 team. Your NFL power rankings, according to ESPN, it's Dolphins versus Jags tonight. Not really. It's Beard versus Stash. Charges dropped against Robert Kraft. So listen, if you're worth $7 billion, you can get away with crimes. Or if you're the Louisville Police Department. Plus non-sports stuff, show updates. How much do you love your man? I'll never complain about my cat waking me up. Licorice can kill you. Big thighs equals long life. Is that a thing? Plus, I didn't even know there were popcorn farmers, but they need our help. We'll talk about that as well. So that is what is on tap for the show. I do have to say what's up to the chat because, you know, we start off every day saying what's up to the chat. Now, I got bad news, guys. Not only is House beating you every time to the chat, but the shit talking is getting out of hand. And he's a moderator. I think the power has gone to his head. But he said, hi, I'm chilling, waiting on people, bunch of raggedy bitches. What? And then people start accusing him of camping, just like he does when he plays Call of Duty Warzone. So, House is whooping y'all's ass. Again, first in, first on. He's got an itchy trigger finger. You better be ready. Why didn't I tweet it out? I thought I tweeted out about the show. There we go. Okay, so what's up to the chat? What's up, everybody? Terrence J. I see you, buddy. Happy Thursday to you as well. Sydney, what's up? I would have never pegged Sydney as a cosplayer, but she is. And apparently she's a huge LARPer. So if you LARP, Sydney is your person. What's up, Justin Kelm? CC, I see you, my sweet thing. Total Dallas is here. Francisco Abarca. PK, what's up? I got the Reverend already. Billy Keller is here. All right, now we can start the show because Billy is here. Charles Garza is in the building. My sweet Donna Rogers. Oh, I love you to death. Truck driver Pookie, what's up, buddy? Who else? John Dory is here. Excellent. Jeremy Vinegar. Happy birthday, buddy. Guys, can you please take a moment for me and wish Jeremy Vinegar a happy birthday? Not only is it his birthday, he's one of our chat moderators on YouTube here, but it's my man's birthday, so please, Jeremy, when I made the call, like when this show first started, I was like, I need moderators for YouTube because we were getting spammers and shit, and Jeremy and Luisa Leia stepped up. They've been moderators for pretty much since the beginning. And then I added House later because sometimes Jeremy and Luis can't make it. So I know House is here because he works and he just puts it on. It's easy. So we've got 3 moderators, but Jeremy, OG moderator, and it's his birthday. And buddy, I hope you have a wonderful day. I honest to God hope you have a fantastic day. D-Mata, Sandoval and H-Town. This is dope. Everybody's here. Who else? Uriel Villanueva. Excellent. Sandoval and H-Town, I got you already. Who else? Matt Poche. What up, fam? Santos. What's up? Alex Villanueva. All right, dope. Oh, look at this. Well, looky who's here. Michael Liebeshock in the house. You gotta love it. I love it when guys like Shock and Westling take time out of their day to come hang out with me and you and us and this show. They are on this show. They hang out with this show. This is how you know that there's some down-ass people. Clarence Marshall is here. Walt Walker, Kevin Wallace, Marty Z, Marsha Ogasara. I've known Marsha for over a decade now. Still can't say her last name because I'm a fucking idiot. Hugh, what's up, buddy? Hey, can I give a shout out to Hugh? Yesterday to start the show, he sent me a $10 Venmo and I didn't even acknowledge it because I told him I pretty much put my phone down at about noon. So I fucked it up. But I appreciate you, buddy. More than you know. Your generosity continues to be a blessing, and I thank you very much for it. Cowboy fam, what's up, dude? Marvin Wingfield. Okay, shit. Now the party's really started. Alan Denson. I'm not doing 99 shots today. You can kiss my ass. No way. Richard Vales is here. Keith Sager is here. Oh, the Gregory Vega Jr., the gang's all here. Let's get it going. Okay. Let's start. So much to discuss. First of all, can you guys, I got some favors to ask of you. I know I ask a lot, but I feel like when we do this as a family, when we crowdsource things, it's easier. Instead of the burden being on one person or 2 people or whatever, as we crowdsource our generosity and community, it makes life so much easier. So I have a request for you. One of the deckheads, who is also a moderator on the Discord server, his daughter, who is a sweetie, has a YouTube channel, and she would love nothing more. And you know kids, man, the little things mean so much to them, but she really wants to get her YouTube channel to 100. She wants to get to 100 subscribers. And Brandon Martinez asked, I think he did something on the Discord where he said, hey, if you guys will go subscribe, I'll give away a shot glass. I'll buy it and have it shipped to you to one of the deckheads that does subscribe. So if you want, if you just, you don't have to consume the content necessarily, but do me a favor. Do your boy a favor here. Hold on. What's this? What the hell just happened? Did I just close something out? Man, I better not have killed the stream. Are we still live? Okay. Sometimes when I type, I forget that the application I use has keyboard shortcuts, and it might cut shit off and end the stream. I hope that never happens. Anyways, I'm going to put her YouTube channel up here. It is at Mini Rat. I'm going to make sure I spell this right. Yes, at Mini Rat. There it is. So do your boy a favor. Do a fellow deckhead a favor. Do a young lady who has aspirations of one day being a famous YouTube streamer and star. Do us a favor. Go subscribe to her channel. I'm not saying you consume just boom, get her to 100 deckheads. It's free. It's easy. It takes nothing to do it. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about support. You don't have to, look, some of you are on the Patreon, some of you aren't, but you still show up every day and watch. And that's the beautiful thing. Support can be and is free. So do your boy a favor. Let's get Mini Rat to 100 on YouTube. I think we can do it. We got Cowboy Fam to 100. Why can't we get Mini Rat to 100? Right? I subscribed. I'm going to find the channel, and then we're going to see if we can get to 100 before the show's over. Is that cool? We're at 78, deckheads. Let's go. I have subscribed. We're at 78. We were at 68 last night when he sent me the message. So there's 10 more. Let's do it. What's up, Riley? Let's get Mini Rat to 100. She would love that so much. I would love that so much. And your boy, your fellow deckhead, Brandon Martinez would love it. So let's absolutely do it. I know we can. I'm going to leave that up there for a little bit. Now, on a more serious note, truck driver Pookie reached out to the Discord as well in our community section, and his uncle has passed away. and they are in need of funds for the memorial service. So if you're on the Discord, please check out the community section. I'm also going to tweet it out. So if you follow me at Barry is Funny, and you have a spare couple of bucks, throw it in. I'm gonna donate after the show, so I will put in some money to the GoFundMe as well. But at Barry is Funny on Twitter. Follow me. Put a prayer up for your boy truck driver Pookie, and let's rally if we can rally. All right. And again, look, there's 71 people watching this. If we all put in $1, that's $71, right? If we all put in $5, that's $350. So, if we can help out a fellow deckhead, why not, right? Especially in times of grief like they're going through. So I will tweet it out, I promise, at Barry is Funny on Twitter. After the show, I will put that out there. And condolences to truck driver Pookie. We love you, buddy, and we got you. And I hope things improve for you there. So we got those out of the way. One thing I wanted to bring up about the show that, look at this, we're already at 86. Go Deckheads. Go Deckheads. We're at 90. Come on, y'all. 10 to go. I know we can get Mini Rat on YouTube 10 more subscribers before the first hour is up. We can do that. I know we can do that. Let's do it. All right, now, yesterday on the Discord, I brought up some stuff about the show, and the Deckheads were amazing in their feedback. But I wanted to share with you guys, because some of you watching now and later aren't on the Discord, and that's okay. It gets litty, and you're missing out, but it's okay. One of the things that I talked about, though, with one of our sponsors was maybe putting this show on Spotify or Apple iTunes, or both at some point. So my question to you guys watching that aren't on the Discord, that haven't already given me feedback, the question is, would you listen to the show on Spotify or iTunes and forego listening and watching on YouTube? Would the platform give you another avenue that you would use? So in the comments down below on this video, just say, yeah, I like the idea of Spotify or iTunes, or no, I'm going to keep watching on YouTube. I would love to know, those of you that haven't responded on the Discord, those of you that aren't on the Discord, I would like your feedback as well. So in consideration of beginning to put this show as a podcast up on Spotify and or iTunes, I'd love to get your feedback. So let me hear it. And I appreciate the feedback. Okay, let's get to some sports, y'all, because we do have a crap ton, shall I say, of things to get to. So the Padres are concerned Mike Clevinger could miss the playoffs with an injury. He was yanked after one inning, sore shoulder. We're going to see how that goes. Big blow to the Padres, though. One of the key pieces, one of the big moves that they made at the trade deadline to try to push them into legitimate World Series contenders. So Clevinger going down and missing the playoffs would be a huge blow to the Padres. And I know it's going to make Michael Libashak sad. But yeah, could be a big deal. MLB and Turner Sports have agreed to a new 7-year contract extension for media rights, so you can keep consuming baseball on the Turner network, so to speak. Royals Alex Gordon set to retire after 14 years. Boy, you talk about a career that's been up and down. He was awful. He was an all-star. He's been everything in between. But after 14 years in baseball, Alex Gordon calling it quits. And this we need to discuss a little more than just a headline, okay? But Dana White says in regards to Colby Covington and the words and the hate that, in many ways that he's been spewing after beating Tyron Woodley in his fight, he said, "We won't muzzle anybody." And if you weren't aware, after their fight this past weekend, Covington got a call from President Trump because he talked about his disdain for Black Lives Matter. He said the reason he beat up Tyron Woodley was because he supports Black Lives Matter. He talked about, the typical things you would expect a far-right conservative Trump supporter to say. I mean, let's be real. Let's call it like it is. He got a call from Trump. A lot of people said that he's racist. A lot of people say that the hate that he spews is racist. Dana White has come out and said, look, I'm not going to say that he can't say these things. And let me tell you, do I think Dana White agrees with it? No. But it's good for business. It's going to sell tickets. If you hate Colby Covington so much that you want to see his face get punched in, that you would love to see nothing more than someone go in there, and maybe an African-American fighter at that, just absolutely beat his ass and make him eat his words, you're going to pay for that pay-per-view. That's money in Uncle Dana's pocket. That's money in, it would be absolutely a foolish business proposition to try to stifle somebody like Colby Covington. Plus, if you're going to do it to him, now you got to tell the Conor McGregors of the world to shut up. Words sell fights. The hate that Colby Covington spews on a daily basis sells fights. The people liking you and people hating you are the reasons they watch you fight. If people are just like, Colby Covington, just another guy out there winning, no one's going to give a shit about him. People hate John Jones or they love John Jones. People hate Conor McGregor or they love Conor McGregor. People hate Colby Covington or they love Colby Covington. But if you're just middle of the road, you don't get that kind of vitriol. And that vitriol sells pay-per-views and tickets. So there's no way that Uncle Dana was going to stifle this. No way he was going to tell him to shut up. The hate is going to put money in the pockets of all those involved in the UFC, including Colby Covington and including the fighters that he faces. And let's be real, the UFC is going to use this. Now, here's where you start getting into a line that maybe shouldn't be crossed. But the fact of the matter is, if you start to take advantage of the social issues that we have in this country to sell tickets and to sell pay-per-views, it's borderline disgusting. Okay? If the UFC is like, wait a minute, we've got a guy who everyone thinks is racist that says mean shit about Black Lives Matter and this country is torn between the two and Blue Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone is invested. The country is just in turmoil over this. What if this became a quote unquote storyline? It could really get everyone engaged. It could really make us a lot of money. If that becomes the case, it's disgusting. I hope to God the UFC doesn't try to turn this into some sort of wrestling storyline where Colby Covington is just fighting black fighters just to sell tickets because he's going to say outlandish shit. In fact, what should happen next? Don't put him in the ring with an African American. Prove to me that it's not the case. But if Colby Covington's next fight is against a black fighter, I have questions. I have questions. Now, I'm happy to say that I can take this down now. Why? Because once again, without fail, the deckheads have done it. Mini Rad hit 100. You guys are the... Listen, let me get a shot. This is for the deckheads. And I'm even going to shoot the... No, I'm not going to shoot the proper 12. We're not going to support any UFC fighters right now. But you know what, you guys? I don't give a shit what else happens. I don't care long term. I mean, I care, but at the end of the day, I have never been more proud to know a group of people than you guys. I have never been more amazed at the generosity of a group of people and the ability to rally and support random people that they don't know as much as you guys. I absolutely love the living shit out of each and every one of you. Thank you for being the best people on the planet. Cheers to each and every one of you. And congratulations, Mini Rat. She has 100 subscribers on YouTube. And it's all thanks to you guys. And unbelievable. Seriously, you guys are amazing. I don't know what to say. I'm out of ways to express my joy and appreciation for you guys. There's just really, I'm at a loss for words. I try to tell you as much as I can, but I feel like it just falls on deaf ears sometimes. But I think you guys know collectively how wonderful you are. And if you don't, you should. Okay. Now, what's up, PayPal Pete? Long time no see. Wow. Jeremy, where have you been, buddy? I hope everything is okay. We've missed you in Warzone. We've missed you in the chat. We've missed you on the Discord, but good to have you back. Juan Gonzalez just became 101. There's a joke in there. I know it. Well, easy. I love you, buddy. Okay, Donna, be safe. Okay, let's keep rolling here because there was one more headline that I wanted to talk about. Chicago Bears legend Gale Sayers has died at the age of 77. One of the best to ever do it. An absolute legend passed away. So prayers up for Gale Sayers. All right. I don't know if you watched it last night, but the Miami Heat took a 3-1 lead in their series against the Boston Celtics. The Heat needed a hero, huh? Who's got puns? That hasn't been made 50 billion times already, has it? Who made the pun? I know, I hate me too. It's such a cheap, easy pun, and everybody's going to fucking make it, and I hate everybody for doing it, including me. I look in the mirror and hate myself. I mean, just on general purpose, but also because I made the stupid hero pun. Heat beat the Celtics 112-109. I've got the stats for you. I kind of like this slide layout for NBA. This was from NBA.com. But it gives you a good idea how the two teams fared in the box score. Now, one of the things that it doesn't show you is the awful start that Jason Tatum got off to. And the fact that, Herro, like Katie says in the chat, Herro was absolutely balling out last night. Jason Tatum started the game 0 for 7 in the first half, one of his worst starts ever, and then comes back and says he ends the night going 10 of 22 from the field, but 28 points for the night, but says, listen, I can't start the first half like that. I can't go 0 for 7. That's, and implying that that's why they lost. Well, I got bad news for you, Jason Tatum. You going 0 for 7 in the first half is not why you lost, because the Celtics actually had a 1-point lead at some point in the fourth quarter. They came all the way back. Now, you'll hear in the NBA a lot of times, when you have to come back from a big deficit, it's exhausting, and a lot of times teams can come back, but they don't end up finishing because they've run out of gas. And I think that's partly what happened to the Celtics last night. They clawed their way back. Plus, Herro was just unbelievable. He was unstoppable, really. I mean, if you want to be real, this kid is young. He's dynamic. I was reading a story today where they talked about he walks around with a notepad, taking notes, just seeing how he can improve, what he can do to be better. He played 36 minutes. He scored 37 points. If you are averaging a point a minute, you are absolutely balling out of control. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care if you played 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes. If you're averaging a point a minute, you are balling out of control. And look, this kid is 20 years old. Sky's the limit for him. Now, it's one game, but they're saying, and I've got to be honest with you, I haven't been keeping up with him, but last couple of games, he's had some good in the loss against the Heat. The loss against the Celtics in game 3. He had 22 points in 36 minutes. So he's getting his minutes, he's getting his points, he's been balling, but he was unstoppable last night. Absolutely unstoppable. And when they needed him down the stretch, he stepped up as well. But good overall effort from the Heat. I think this is over. I think that the Heat with Butler and Goran Dragic. Why can I never say that man's name? It's like trying to say Marsha's last name or Deanna. I always say Deanna a different way because I'm like, is it Deanna? Is it Deanna? It's got to be Deanna. I'm such a fucking idiot. And I know in my head, but then when I try to say it, it doesn't. Goran Dragic, see? You can't do it. If you put a gun to my head and said, say Goran Dragic's last name or we'll kill Oliver, I'd be like, Rest in peace, Oliver. We're going to miss you, buddy. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. I need like a Dragic. I need like something mental to remind me how to say it. And I got nothing. I think this is series over. And I would probably say the same thing about the Lakers Nuggets because, LeBron James and AD. But damn, Murray and Jokic showed up. And if they have the capability to tie that series up, tonight's game, I think it goes without saying, pretty crucial in that series. All game fours, if there's a chance of going down 3-1 or up 3-1 or being tied up 2-2, all game fours are pretty pivotal. But this one's going to be super important. If the Nuggets can make this a 3-game series, best out of 3, Lakers better be scared. Buttholes will tighten up. Buttholes will pucker. Scott Hansa says he hates the Heat. Listen, I love the Heat. You're talking about a team, 2 teams in the Heat and the Celtics, really 3 teams left in the playoffs that don't have a legitimate bona fide elite superstar. Jimmy Butler's a star. Jamal Murray, Jokic are stars. Who am I missing? Jason Tatum is a star, but they're not bona fide elite superstars. Jimmy Butler might be the closest one, Jokic second, Murray third, right? And Tatum tied for third with Murray. I don't know. I don't know how you would lump these up, but none of them are LeBron James to me. None of them are AD. None of them are Durant. None of them are Giannis. They're not at that level, but yet these 3 teams are 3 of the 4 teams left competing for the NBA championship. We talk all the time, and we used to talk about this on The Usual Suspects a lot, but we would talk all the time about big 3s and big 2s, and that's how you win. You got to get 2 elite superstars. The Rockets, for God's sakes, had 2 MVPs. And shit the bed. It's a beautiful thing. I love seeing it. I love seeing the parity in the NBA like this. Now, granted, they still have superstars, but these aren't elite. These aren't the best of the best. You wouldn't, if you're making a top 5, none of the cats on the Heat, Celtics, or the Nuggets are making your top 5 in the NBA. None of them. But here they are. 3 of the best 4 teams in the NBA without a legitimate bona fide elite superstar. So, does that carry over to next year? I don't know. Brooklyn gets Durant back. The Golden State Warriors are going to get Steph and KD or Klay Thompson and back, and plus have a high draft pick. And yeah, next year is going to be a lot different. But for 1 year, pretty fun, pretty cool. And you got guys like Herro balling out and doing his thing, so pretty cool. Hey, speaking of superstars and coaches and everything else, I don't know if you heard this, but Mike D'Antoni seems to be the front runner for the 76ers job, especially now that Billy Donovan has signed with the Chicago Bulls. He's now the head coach of the Billy Donovan, head coach of the Chicago Bulls now, which surprised me a little bit because I wouldn't exactly say the Bulls are contenders, and I thought Donovan left OKC because he wanted to play or coach for a contender. I'll get my words right. But I feel like this move, if the 76ers get D'Antoni, if they make him their next head coach, they're not rolling with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. First of all, a point guard that can't shoot in a Mike D'Antoni system? Are you shitting me? The first move I think they make if Mike D'Antoni becomes the head coach is trying to move Ben Simmons. Unless they're going to put him at power forward. But again, you're talking about the small ball architect, right? Or one of the small ball architects in Mike D'Antoni. You're talking about 7 seconds of fury. You're talking about, 3-point shots galore. This man is an offensive genius, and you're going to give him a guy that can't shoot from the perimeter? If Mike D'Antoni is a 76er, Ben Simmons is not a 76er. Now, Joel Embiid can knock down a 3. So maybe you figure out you got a big man that can post up in the playoffs, but you put him on the perimeter and make him shoot corner 3s. Maybe. But I think if you bring in Mike D'Antoni into that organization with those players who do not fit what Mike D'Antoni wants to do offensively, you're going to see change. Elton Brand will really have no choice if he makes that move. And maybe that's the move he wants to make. But it's a real possibility that if Mike D'Antoni becomes the next head coach of the 76ers, that not only is Ben Simmons not there, but Joel Embiid is not there. And you can legitimately get some stars back for both of those guys. And, I don't know. I recall this guy who used to do radio and now has a YouTube show who's been saying for, I don't know, a year or more that the Rockets should trade James Harden. And who knows? Maybe if Harden loves D'Antoni and D'Antoni loves Harden, I don't know. And then you get a Jeff Van Gundy who loves to play slow it down big man basketball, and you give him Joel Embiid in the post, and I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying that's going to make it interesting. It certainly is going to make it interesting. So, but I'm happy for Mike D'Antoni. I'll admit, I was not a big Mike D'Antoni fan when he came here, but when he left, outside of Rudy T, by far my favorite Rockets coach, and a whole new respect for the guy, because the one thing about Mike D'Antoni that was so smart is that he knew what he knew, and he knew what he didn't know. So he would get a Jeff Bezdelic. He would turn over defense coaching to his assistants and let them legitimately, when the Rockets are on defense, you could see that the defensive coaches for this team, the assistants, would be the ones standing on the bench coaching the players on the floor. Mike D'Antoni would sit down. Now, if he didn't get hustle, if he didn't get effort, he would lose his shit and call a timeout. But he let his defensive-minded coaches do their job, and that's the mark of a great head coach and a great leader. You know what you know, and you know what you don't know, and you let other people that are better at other things do it. I think that the 76ers are getting a hell of a coach, and I know that the knock on Mike D'Antoni is that he can't win in the playoffs, and he doesn't. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't put you two-time coach of the year, winningest head coach in Rockets history. And a hell of a 4-year run. I shouldn't say winningest. The best winning percentage of any Rockets head coach. At the end of the day, you can say he can't win in the playoffs. But how about the fact that James Harden can't win in the playoffs? And that's who he was given, right? I mean, they said this. I've said this before. I've said it a million times when they make comparisons about Mike D'Antoni. But they said Andy Reid couldn't win in the playoffs. In fact, the only reason I really make this comparison is because the knock on D'Antoni was the same exact knock on Andy Reid. Hell of a coach. Coach of the year sometimes. Genius offensively. An offensively brilliant mind. But, he's going to put up a ton of points and win the regular season. But in the playoffs, he folds. His teams fold and he can't win. And they said the same. If I just said those things and put both of them on the screen, you would have no idea who I was talking about before Andy Reid won a Super Bowl. And it's not like Andy Reid just learned how to be a head coach once he, won the Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes. The players mean everything to a coach. That's why everyone thinks Phil Jackson is a fucking genius. Put Phil Jackson on this Rockets team and see if he wins. Put Phil Jackson in Sacramento and see how well he does. Put Phil Jackson with this Miami Heat team that Eric Spoelstra has the entire league scared shitless about and see how well he does. I will say this. Phil Jackson benefited from having legitimately two of the best players in the history of this league on his teams. So I'm just saying, don't shit on Mike D'Antoni because he's a victim of circumstance. Because that's what they did to Andy Reid. And how'd that work? Yeah, I don't know why I did Sammy there. But, it's cool cats, man. But I dare I say I love this guy? I mean, I kind of do. All right. I do want to get your feedback in the chat a little bit here. I'm trying to catch up. It looks like Hugh has Simmons has a weak mindset and can't shoot. No, that's why I said you don't go out and get Ben Simmons for James Harden. You go out and you get Joel Embiid. But the problem with getting either of those guys, one, Ben Simmons can't shoot, and he won't play I don't think he wants to play the 4. They tried. But Joel Embiid is hurt all the time. I mean, that's the problem with getting those guys is you got one guy who's, can't shoot and the other guy can't stay on the floor. The potential is there. The potential is there. But the problem is they can't stay healthy or they can't get right. Now, KD said, Barry, NBA didn't win with the Suns, the Knicks, or Houston. I know. That's my point. Andy Reid didn't win with Philly. Andy Reid didn't win in KC until he won. I get it. Look, the coaches, and you've heard this said before, Katie, coaches will get too much credit when their teams win and suffer all the blame when their teams lose. And in both cases, it's not accurate. Mike D'Antoni doesn't get on the floor and play. There's no doubting his genius when it comes to offense. But do you really think Mike D'Antoni can control Crazy Russ and the decisions he makes on the floor, the turnovers, the poor shooting? And then you've got James Harden, who is the dictator of this franchise. We're going to run iso ball because I'm James Harden and that's what I want. It benefits me. You think Mike D'Antoni liked iso ball? Fuck no. Which is maybe why him and James Harden don't link back up in Philly. Mike D'Antoni likes it when the offense is moving. James Harden does not, because that means he doesn't have the ball in his hands. I'm just saying, don't blame Mike D'Antoni for the lack of effort for the players. No, I'm blaming, you're right. I am blaming Mike D'Antoni's shortcomings on Harden. No, I'm blaming Mike D'Antoni's lack of success on Harden. This year, Katie, did you not watch the defensive effort from James Harden in the last two games, the last two losses? Did you not watch this man quit on his team? Am I the only one in this city that thinks that James Harden's effort defensively was piss poor the last two games? No, he got 30, but he's James Harden. He's going to get his points. But he quit defensively. This team quit. It was awful. They got run out of the gym. That's not on Mike D'Antoni, in my opinion. So, I don't know. I mean, we can argue about it all day, all night. I don't think Mike D'Antoni's a bad coach. And again, you can, it's the same argument that you can have about Andy Reid. Mike D'Antoni needs his Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. James Harden wasn't it. Let's face it, you guys. James Harden had the opportunity. He's been to how many Western Conference Finals? One with Mike, one with Kevin McHale. He's had so many superstars around him, so much supporting cast, some of the best benches and supporting cast shooters. They go out and get PJ Tucker, and none of this gets James Harden over the hump. The problem is not the coach. The problem is the superstar. James Harden is the fucking problem, Katie. Go get Phil Jackson. He's not winning with James Harden. Fact. I did watch Mike D'Antoni make adjustments by using his bench. I did watch him put all four guys down at the bottom so James Harden could run iso ball and not get doubled. And again, I promise, Katie, call Joe. Call him and ask him what goes on in that organization. Joe Blank, more than anybody, would know the fact that when it comes to that organization, James Harden is going to say everything that happens. And if you think for 1 second James Harden wants Russ being the point guard and having the ball out of his hands and passing the ball around and distributing it and do it, shit no. It's not happening. You're blaming the wrong person, Katie. Oh, Lisa, thank you for popping the super chat, Cherry. Look, Oliver says thank you. Oliver says, Billy knows. They should have traded Harden 2 years ago. Thank you, sweetie. She said, hey, there are 80 of us watching and only 59 thumbs up. People, You can do better. Oh, I'm with you on that. Listen, if you haven't already given the video a thumbs up, please do so. If you don't like it, oh, that's fine. You don't have to thumbs down it. But really, what's crazy is I learned this. They said that even if your video gets thumbs down, it still is a positive for you, because the fact that people are interacting with your video is really all that matters to the YouTube algorithm. So, if the haters want to come in and thumbs down that bitch, do it. I don't give a shit. As long as you do one of them. But yeah, a thumbs up is always appreciated. It lets me know you guys like it. And listen, if you haven't subscribed already, please do that as well. All right, we have to move on. It's already 2:40. We haven't even talked NFL yet. Son of a bitch. Let's go. Let's get it tonight. Guys, what the fuck is going on with the NFL on Thursday Night Football? Have we really had a great Thursday night game? And not good. Cool, football's back. I don't know that it can be much worse than this tonight, though. Jesus Christ, it's the stash versus the beard. The most interesting thing leading up to this was the war of words between Gardner Minshew and Ryan Fitzpatrick about what's better, his Viking beard or the porn stash. I mean, come on. Look at this. Look at the line. I feel like the -3 +3 is they forgot that there's no home field advantage because of fans. This is awful. Over under of 48.5. Money line is -150. Basically, Vegas does not give a shit about this game. And the Jags have a 53% chance of winning. So now the question becomes, what are you watching, chat? What are you watching, people watching this later on? You watching NFL football, Dolphins, Jags? Or you watching Lakers, Nuggets? Me, I'll be watching myself put bullets in buttholes. Yeah, buddy, I'm streaming tonight, 8 to 10 o'clock. If you don't want to watch basketball, you don't want to watch shitty football, come watch Daddy stream Call of Duty Warzone on Twitch. What was it? Twitch.tv/Barry is Funny. We'll be doing that. I have no interest in this game. Please, for the love of God, don't expect a breakdown tomorrow. I might put up a box score, but if you think I'm going to suffer through watching that raggedy-ass football game, you're fucking crazy. You're out your goddamn mind. There ain't no way I'm watching that raggedy-ass football game. ESPN has released their power rankings for going into week 3, and here is your top 10. Your top 10, Chiefs 1, Ravens 2, Seahawks 3. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. Packers 4, Saints 5, and after this last game, that might be a little high, folks. I mean, I'm not trying to hate on the Saints, because I know we have a lot of Saints fans in here, but it's pretty ugly right now if you're a Saints fan after last week. Drew Brees, saying he's not done, saying he hasn't lost his arm strength, but I did see a video of somebody showing a breakdown of some of his throws. He's over 40, guys. He's over 40. That's not good in the NFL. I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt Saints fans' feelings, but not good. Saints 5, Bills 6, Rams 7, Titans 8, Niners 9, Patriots 10. Patriots surprised me that they're up here, but they surprised me that they're actually playing as well as they're playing. And the fact of the matter is the 49ers shouldn't be even in the top 10 at this point, given all the injuries they've suffered. The 49ers are done. The 49ers are not winning shit this year, and not because they're not a good football team, but because of all the injuries that they have suffered. Total Dallas says this is bogus. Yeah, you want to know where your Cowboys are. I get it. What is a CC? Why are you saying KC Ravens? I don't understand. Oh, Monday Night Football. Okay. I was like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, Monday Night Football is going to be legit. That's going to be good. All right, so just so you're clear, I'm going to scroll through the rest of these. I didn't list them. I just listed your top 10, but Steelers are 11. Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals are 12. The Las Vegas Raiders 13, and Total Dallas, your Dallas Cowboys are 14, sitting at 1-1. And if you care, out there in listener land, the Houston Texans at 0-2 are 20th on the power rankings. And to be honest, that might be kind of high considering how shitty the Texans have played. Now, the question I have for you, chat, It's time for some chat involvement in the show bigger than before. Who's the best 0-2 team and who's the worst 2-0 team? If I asked you, well, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way, chat. If I asked you to flip two teams from both sides, since twos are wild here, 2-0 versus 0-2, what two teams do you think should be on the losing side? In other words, who do you think is worse than 2-0? And who do you think is better than 0-2? I'll tell you, Bill Barnwell did an article for ESPN, and he seems to think Eagles and Texans are the best 0-2 teams, and I'm not so sure I agree with that, because I've watched the Texans play, and that is not a good 0-2 team. But your 2-0 teams right now in the NFL, Bills, Ravens, Steelers, Titans, Chiefs, Raiders, Packers, Bears, Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks. That's your 2-0 teams. Your 0-2 teams, Dolphins, Jets, Bengals, Texans, Broncos, Giants, Eagles, Lions, Vikings, Falcons, Panthers. So if you had to flip 2-2, chat, I'm going to go to you. Who you flipping? You got two teams on the left, two teams on the right. Which ones are you flipping? For me, I'll give chat time to catch up. What is this? Total Dallas said the moderators have more power than Barry. I don't understand what that means. Oh, cowgirls. No. And trust me, the moderators, don't you dare ever question my power. CC says Bears and Falcons. That's the two teams you'd swap out. You know, CC, if I listen. Wrong one. Bears, Falcons, really good choices here, CC. This is how you know CC knows her shit. Because of all the teams on the 0-2 that I'm looking at here, I gotta tell you, I really think the Falcons probably don't deserve to be here. Okay? Look, that onside kick led to that win. If somebody falls on that ball, the Falcons aren't even on the list of 0-2 teams. That offense is still really good. But no reason the Falcons should be 0-2. And the Bears, that's found money. But if it's me, I'm going to say, if I'm swapping two teams from both sides, I'm going to move over the Falcons. The Falcons and Vikings. Who said that? Somebody said that in chat, I know. Did somebody say Falcons and Vikings in the chat? I think the two best 0-2 teams are the Falcons and the Vikings. And the two worst 2-0 teams are the Raiders and the Bears. That would be my picks. I don't think the Raiders are as good as 2-0 right now either, if I'm being honest. And I know that they put it on the Saints, but the Saints are struggle busting it a little bit, and Drew Brees isn't performing well, and I mean, who knows why the Saints aren't doing well? They should be better than they are. No reason to lose that, but shit happens, right? I mean, look, Bill Barnwell did an article about the 0-2 teams that you see here, and he tried to pick out which 0-2 team has the best chance of making the playoffs. And his answer was Houston Texans. Bill Barnwell is on crack. Now, he did remind us that there's only been one team to ever start 0-3 and make the playoffs, and it was your Houston Texans. They went 11-2 after starting 0-3, which is only 15. I don't know why he made that. But the fact is, this team and that defense and those receivers and the weapons that Deshaun Watson has, no. The Titans are good. The Colts should be good. I don't think the Texans have the makeup right now as constructed. Now, if they go out and make a move for a receiver, a true number one, or Brandon Cooks decides to step up, or, maybe Randall Cobb or Will Fuller gets healthy and doesn't miss any more games. But guys, this is not a good football team. This is not a good football team. Now, the one thing you have saving grace for if you're a Houston Texans fan, and I'm just bringing this up because Bill Barnwell said, even better than the Eagles' chances. And I didn't think the Eagles would be good this year. I really didn't. I know a lot of people are high on the Eagles. I don't believe in this Eagles squad. So this 0-2 start doesn't surprise me. And really, the 0-2 start for the Texans doesn't surprise me. Not just because they're not a good football team, but you're playing the two best teams in football to start your season. Anybody could have been 0-2 starting with Chiefs and Ravens, okay? But the fact is, the team hasn't looked good. Now, what he did say in his article, which I didn't realize, but they have the third easiest schedule from here on out. So the next 14 games should be, but Steelers ain't no joke, okay? The Steelers ain't no joke either. They could very well lose this game because the Steelers are playing really good football right now. Should be a long season if you're a Houston Texans fan. And lastly, if you didn't see, we talked a little bit. I think I proposed the question to the chat yesterday. I said, because somebody said that Kyler Murray was playing like the MVP. And I agreed. And I said, who would you pick if you didn't pick Kyler Murray? And the chat was pretty unanimous the other day that, listen, Russell Wilson is playing out of his mind and he's playing like the MVP of the league. And that's where the odds sit right now. That's where the odds sit. So basically, what is this? BetOnline.ag says that Russell Wilson has the best odds of winning the MVP right now. Seahawks signal caller Russell Wilson at a plus 350. Patrick Mahomes begins Wednesday at a plus 450. Second-year pro Kyler Murray is a plus 600, which is better than Lamar Jackson at a plus 750. Aaron Rodgers is a plus 1,000. So, Russell Wilson looking like the MVP. Odds are he would win it. Long way to go in the season. Long way to go. Okay. Well, that's all the football I have for you. Before we get out of here, though, can I tell you about the Boiling Dragon? And can somebody other than CC please go try it for me? I need to make my way down to Pearland, but from the Woodland Spring area, it's a long ass way. But if you're south of I-10 and you're not going to the Boiling Dragon, Crystal Collins will tell you right now to your face, you're dumb. It's good food. Don't take my word for it. I mean, look, I know who runs these restaurants, and I know the food that they make is absolutely delicious. But guys, Crystal Collins actually went to the Boiling Dragon, and I have the pictures to prove it. Look at this. So Cece shows up to the Boiling Dragon in her Barry on Deck swag. Not only did she rock the face mask, but she rocked the shirt too. She goes to the Boiling Dragon and said, Barry, the food is amazing. The chowder fries are to die for. You have to try them. Here's a list of all the stuff that they're known for. Of course, they're known for fresh food with an Asian twist, but they've got clam chowder. They've got chowder fries, gumbo, shrimp crab puffs, Brussels sprouts, which I'm not a fan of, but if that's your thing, then do it. Campinchana, catfish, shrimp baskets, you name it, they have it. It's Asian seafood with a twist. Their boiled seafood flavors are house original garlic butter and Thai basil. That's what they're kind of known for. They've got off the menu chef specials. So if you are on Facebook or Instagram, give them a follow at The Boiling Dragon, and you can check out those off the menu chef specials. And if you are south of I-10, do your boy a favor, pop in there this weekend, go next week, but give it a try and let me know, much like Crystal Collins did, what you think, because I think you're going to absolutely love it. It's The Boiling Dragon, 832-328-5123. That's 832-328-5123. And if you're trying to find them, they're located on Broadway Street, 11625 Broadway Street over there in Pearland. Go check it out. It's The Boiling Dragon. All right. So we're almost out of time in hour number one. Very sportsy. It's always like that, right? It's always sports heavy. I got to everything I wanted to talk about sports related. So coming up in hour number two, ladies, how much do you love your man? Let me ask you this. Would you take a bullet for your man? Ladies, don't answer now. Don't answer now. We're going to do this in hour number two. Would you take a bullet for him? Would you cut off an arm or a leg for him? Would you sacrifice an arm and a leg or a leg for him? Would you walk on glass for your man? Would you fight a bear for your man? Would you jump into shark-infested waters for your man? Let's see how far you'd go. Let's see how much you really love your man. Right after this. Don't go anywhere. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. I'll see you in 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes. Everybody go poop, smoke, pee, whatever. We're back. Don't go anywhere. Go grab a friend.
And I have prided myself in being able to be objective and cover these sorts of issues. But when it is so clear that the system of objectivity in journalism is so whitewashed and doesn't account for the fact that when I am walking up the hill, my wonderful producer Melinda reminds me that Breonna Taylor was 26 and I am 25, and that could have been me. It is very hard to continue to go to work, and that's what these players were feeling. Now, players on both sides, they said that they didn't contemplate not actually playing in this game. They always knew that was something that they were going to do, but that doesn't mean that they were not disappointed in what happened today in Louisville.
Surprise! bitches, we're back early. Look, I'm just sitting here watching the chat. I got nothing to do. I peed already. Got me a new Diet Coke to open. Once I finish this bad boy, the fuck, what am I going to do? Welcome back to the show. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Hour number 2. All the sports is out of the way. Now it's time to get down to the nitty gritty. Now, and you know, I was thinking while I was peeing, which often happens. And, hey, welcome back, Donna Rogers. I was thinking, you know, I wonder if I should keep doing all sports in hour 1 and all non-sports in hour 2, which sometimes it works out like that. Sometimes we get done with sports in about 30 minutes and then we start with the non-sports, but I don't know. I feel like, should I go sports, non-sports, and mix it up back and forth? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know. I don't even know. Sometimes I think, should I even talk sports? Do you guys even give a shit? I know that's why we're all here, but I'm like, yeah, some days it's like, who gives a fuck? I don't know. These are the things that keep me up at night. Now, hour number 2, we have a bunch of stuff to talk about. I already showed you what was on deck, but if you want to see non-sports topics, how much do you love your man? We're gonna discuss. I'll never complain about my cat waking me up again. Licorice can kill you. Popcorn farmers need our help, and big thighs. Thick thighs equals longer life, which is really good news for Chris Householder. He's got thick thighs. So, let's get into, ladies, I asked you before the break, how much do you love your man? So here we go. I only want to hear from the ladies. Ladies, would you dive into the ocean to save your husband from a shark attack? That's the question. Would you dive into the ocean to save your husband from a shark attack? Now, would you do it pregnant? Yeah, this lady, Margot Dukes Eddy, was on a boat with her husband, Andrew Eddy, her parents, and other members of her family when the incident unfolded Sunday morning in the Middle Keys. I don't know where that is. Shortly after 30-year-old Andrew slid off the back of the boat into the water, a large shark, which witnesses say was likely a bull shark, latched onto his shoulder and blood immediately filled the water. According to a Monroe County Sheriff's Office report obtained by the Miami Herald, the pregnant Margot leaped off the boat to her husband's aid, disregarding her own safety to help Andrew. Dukes saw the shark's dorsal fin and then blood filling the water. Dukes, without hesitation, dove into the water and pulled Eddy to the safety of the boat. It says, thanks to his wife's quick reactions, Andrew was pulled out of the water before being taken by boat to Sombrero Beach in Marathon, where medics and the city's fire and rescue teams were waiting for him. The shoulder injury was described as severe. Those who witnessed the attack say Andrew was attacked almost immediately after entering the water. According to the sheriff's office, Margot's father, sister, and sister's boyfriend had gone into the water before Andrew jumped in. There were several other snorkelers in the area. Witnesses estimate the shark's length to be between 8 and 10 feet. With boaters who had been in the area earlier the day telling deputies they had seen a bull shark in the vicinity. So, ladies, are you jumping your pregnant ass into the water to save your man from a shark? I'm looking at the chat. I'm not seeing many yeses. I'm not seeing really many. Walt's fucked. Look, ... Walt is so fucked. Walt, she's not saving you, bro. You dead. Marcia said, my husband's a better swimmer than me. I'd end up killing us both. Oh, now look, if you can't swim, yeah, you damn sure don't need to be jumping in shark-infested waters. That's not very smart. Lisa O said, well, it is my wife, but nope. Well, Lisa, look, you're right. I shouldn't say save your man, okay? But, I mean, it was a husband and a wife, so forgive me. But Lisa said, would I jump in the water to save my wife? No, she did. Somebody call 911, she did. But I'm going to get that insurance money. Moral of the story, don't, Lisa, don't mess with Lisa. If she let her wife die for insurance money, she ain't fucking with y'all. People can't dive into the ocean? No. Shoot at the shark? Yes. You might hit your husband, PK. You're in there shooting blindly. Remember, there's blood all in the water. Blood everywhere. You can't even see. It's just a red pool of blood and ocean water. And now it looks like a cherry limeade ocean water slush from Sonic, and you're shooting blindly into that? Reports are the husband had a shark bite on the left shoulder and a gunshot wound to the thigh and head. Don't know how that happened, officer. Mike said, I'd become the second man to run on water. Look, I love that everybody's like, wow, good for them. Wow, good for them. Well, she clearly didn't have enough life insurance on him. Again, look, see, y'all are horrible. My wife said nope. Damn, Jeremy, it's your birthday too, buddy. Your wife's like, he did. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you how this would go down in the Laminack house, on the Laminack boat. I would fall into the water. A shark would attack me. And then my wife, Nora, would stand at the edge of the boat and go, I told you we shouldn't have got on this stupid ass boat. Boats are stupid. And now you're going to die because you didn't listen to me. If y'all think I could get Nora on a boat in the middle of the ocean, you don't know Nora. As soon as I splashed into that water and a shark attacked me, Nora would be like, bitch, I told you. I told you. This is why I don't get on boats, you stupid motherfucker. Now die. You earned this death. I'm going to miss you. I wish you had insurance. Medical and life. But you know what? Let's be real, I'm the breadwinner anyways. You weren't really contributing much to this household to begin with. And I would be like, baby, what about love? She'd be like, well, love should have kept you on shore, okay? My wife would talk shit as I slowly got eaten by this goddamn shark. She'd be like, yeah, this is why I don't get in boats in the ocean. You stupid son of a bitch. I'm telling you. so that's right, Nora. Oh, Team White. I'm telling y'all, my wife is never, ever, ever. Look, I can text her right now. Watch. Watch this. I'm going to text her, and I bet you I know the answer, but we're going to see what Nora says. This, I can show you, our sweet. You get some good sleep last night, sweetie? I did. You? Yep. I had a late lunch. I'm not going to be hungry. Do you want me to pick something up? No, I'll grab something when I run to the post office. You on the way? Yes. So now you've seen what we talk about, but watch this. I'm going to ask her, hey, babe, I have a quick question for you. We're discussing on the show if a woman would dive into shark-infested waters to save her husband being attacked by a shark. And I told everyone you absolutely would. Would you come into the water after me to save me? Question mark. Let's see what she says. Let's find out. I bet you the answer is just going to be no. And for those that don't believe that I sent that, there you go. There's Nora. Hey, babe, I have a quick question for you. We're discussing on the show if a woman would dive into a shark-infested waters to save her husband being attacked by a shark. And I told everyone you absolutely would. Would you come into the water after me to save me? We're about to find out how much my wife loves me live on air. I've done some crazy shit on this show. I've done some... Oh, sorry, got to do a focus check. I use this paper to focus up. This is the raggediness of this show. I'm about to find out how much my wife loves me live on air if she responds. Now, she may not respond because she knows I'm live and she's very private and she's like, he's going to read this shit on air. This is probably not going to end well for me. How many Noras do you have that you put her last name? I mean, I don't know. It's for, there's no other Noras, but it's for, I don't know. I'm not like y'all. Here's the thing. Cece, that brings up a good question. And this is actually something that Nora taught me. She said, sometimes if you lose your phone and you have mom, dad, wife, sister, brother, instead of their names, thieves can see that. So they would be like, hey, they would see wife and they would call and they'd be like, hello, is this Barry Laminak's wife? He's been in a wreck. You need to meet us in a back alley and make sure you bring money to pay for the ambulance. And then they would rob her. You know, it's kind of like if you have your GPS, you have home. If they steal your car, they know where you live now. So she said, don't do that. And I'm fucking whatever. So in my phone, like my mom and dad, my mom's not listed as mom. It's Jenny. Yeah, so Nora is listed as Nora so that a thief, not that my life isn't really all that public, but yeah, that's Claire said Nora's going to be on Tinder at the funeral. Bro, I don't even think Nora would go to the funeral. She'd be like, look, you know, you play stupid games, you get stupid results. So, it's going to be interesting to see what she replies if she replies. Of course, she's, you know, also kind of busy. That's how that works when you're a nurse in the middle of a pandemic. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hey, P. Randizzle, buddy, thank you so much for the super chat. You are a gentleman and a scholar and a true friend. Thank you. He said Monica would prick her finger and drop blood in the water to speed up the process. Yeah, you and me both, buddy. You and me both. I'm curious. I'm still looking through the chat for a yes. I haven't, god damn it, ladies. I have not seen a single fucking woman in the Barry on Deck chat on this YouTube channel say that they would go into the water to get their husband. And when I point like this, you know I mean it. I'm not seeing any yeses. Marsha said, I don't know how I'd really react. Jeremy Binger said, my wife said nope. Me either, Marsha. I was a lifeguard, but... Well, that's a no then, PK. That's if you're a but. That's a no. Your husband is fucked. Moral of the story, don't go on a boat with Penguin Katie. She ain't coming to get you. Who else? I'm looking for, I probably would have 20 years ago. Mimi's like, well, it depends on how old we are. I mean, you know, I would think maybe it would be the opposite. If you had 20 years invested in that man, think about this, ladies. Think about this. Hear me out here, Mimi. Hear me out, ladies. You've spent 20 years training this man, molding this man, perfecting this man to be what you want. Because that's how this works. You meet us and go, I can fix him. And then you spend the next 20 years, if you make it that long, with your, you know, if you're that patient, you spend that 20 years fixing us and molding us into what you want us to be. And then you're just going to let some shark take all that and start over? Not very smart. Not very smart at all, actually. You got a lot of work to do. I'm still looking for a yes. I would save my man. Y'all are ratchet, okay? All of the women in this chat, I don't want to call y'all, look. I don't want to, well. I wanted to call y'all mean names. Because none of you are saving your man. I'm so sad. I loved each and every one of the female deckheads so much. I have lost so much respect for you guys now. Okay, let me ask you this. How many fellas in the chat would go in the water after their pregnant wife? Oh, no, don't even make her pregnant, because that's not fair, because I think we would all be saving the baby, not the woman. So, no pregnant wife. How many of you, if your wife fell in the water and a shark attacked her shoulder, how many men in the chat would go after their woman? And House, you could be pregnant too. So if you're pregnant, House, what would you do? Jen says, start over. Hell no. Buy a house in the Bahamas, live happily ever after? Yes. Jen would actually probably, she would probably, on Jen's wall in her house in the Bahamas, would be two things mounted. One would be her husband's head, and the other one would be the shark's head. And she'd be like, that's how I got here. Y'all are so wrong. So wrong. I'm seeing how many men would jump into the water now. Here's what I'm saying. We got some raggedy, ratchet women in this goddamn chat. Katie's wife said, well, somebody has to raise these babies. Mark Gropey, first man in. I would absolutely go in and save my wife. PayPal P said, I wouldn't want her to, though. Oh, shut the fuck up. You're already married. You don't need to impress nobody, Pete. Clarence Marshall, oh no, Miss KD ain't done it already. Oh, hold on. Billy Keller, I would. Okay, so Billy and Matt definitely would. Justin Swinford, no hesitation, I'm jumping in. Me and the shark can square up and let me catch that 101. Because you're a good person, Justin. Not like these ratchet ass women in the Barry on Deck chat that said, fuck it, let him die. PayPal Pete's going in. Terrence J said, I hope I got good life insurance on her. Well, okay, Hugh said, of course. Cowboy Trav, depends on the policy. All right, you're a dick. Reverend Householder said, I jumped in with gators and I would with a shark. I got to hear that story sometime. Patrick Randall, does anyone sell life insurance? Barry has an ad spot for you. Marty Z, yes, 100%. We got real, genuine heroes. Man. You women, you ratchet ass, sellout ass women. My wife can't swim, so if she's in there, that's on her. Riley, she fell in. The guy driving the boat gunned it. Your wife was on the back. Ah, look at me, I'm taking the stuff in. Oh, shit. Boom, she plummets into the water. Shark, right on the shoulder. What do you do? PayPal Pete, I'd go Rambo on that bitch. Wallace Wilts, the eulogy would be beautiful. Clarence said he's going top rope. Jimmy Superfly Snuka elbow drop. Oh, man. Kyle said I grabbed a water moccasin off my girlfriend that bit her shoe. It's a nice hospital visit when that motherfucker bit me. Oh, goddamn. Okay. Cowboy Trav would. Frank Ruiz, yes. See? You guys are off. The ladies are awful. Donna, listen, Linda, listen. Linda. The four ladies who have spouses already responded. Well, I didn't see it. Oh my God, that's so funny. So funny. And ladies, don't date this guy. Rudolph? Bye, Felicia. You guys are fucking off. Oh my God. Demand $1 million, here I come. This is how you know if you have a good marriage or not. This is how you know. Because some of you, like D. Mata, are sitting on that boat going, I mean, the head wasn't even that good. But the insurance policy is. Like, what? Bro, that's your wife. You guys. Oh, look. Oh, my baby. She said, of course. Wow. Wow. Well, none of these ratchet ass women in the chat said they would, so I love you, baby. Send. She's gonna come home and be like, what the fuck is going on? That's a long story. Go watch the show, okay? But my baby said she'd come in after me, and none of you women would. Hey, what's up, Southern? Wow. Jeez, you women are just unbelievable. Jen, welp. This is so great. I'm learning so much about you guys. I'm learning so much about how evil the women are. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, let's keep going, you guys. We got some more shit to get to. That was fun, though. We learned a lot. Did we not learn a lot? Did we not learn a lot about each other here? Huh? I'll tell you what. I learned something about my wife. Because I really, really, really thought the answer would be no. But my baby loves me. My baby loves me. I'd be like, I should ask her, but like, what if I still didn't have a job? She'd be like, well... Marsha says, give us another scenario, B. No, you had a shot, Marsha. No, I'm not giving you a chance to at redemption to be like, oh, no. But I love him, though. It's too late. It's too late. You already said no. We already know you hate Tommy, okay? Rest in peace to Tommy if he ever goes into shark-infested waters. Now... I'll give you a scenario, Marsha. Would you sleep with 919 men in one day? Because this woman, Lisa Sparks, in 2004, and thanks to Patrick Randall for this, in 2004, Lisa Sparks broke the world record for the highest number of men slept with in a single day. She slept with 919 men in 24 hours. Now, here's some things. You guys know I'm not great at math. Okay, but let me see if I can share this here. Let's close this. Oh, no, we don't want to show that. We're going to get to that in a second. Let me share a calculator with you here. Let's do some math. So there are 919 men. If we divide that by 24 hours, she's sleeping with 38.3 men an hour. 38 men an hour. All right? Let's just round it down to 38 men. If there are 60 minutes in an hour divided by 38 men, she's having sex with 1.5789 men. Oh, no, I'm sorry. She's having sex every 1.5 minutes. Every 1.5 minutes, she's having sex with a man. For an entire 24-hour period. No breaks. No bathroom breaks. No, I need to go wash this filth off my body. I need to go clean out the cave. I need to give my cooch a rest. But this is, see, Jen, and that's the real question, Jen. This is the real question. Now, is she saying that she actually had full-blown intercourse to completion with all 919 men? Or was this more of a, all right, you get about 30 seconds of playtime in my Virginia, and then you got to get the fuck out because I'm trying to break this world record? I don't know. I don't know how this works, but I will say this. Was this brought up? I will say this. It doesn't matter if she let all of them finish. It doesn't matter if it was 2 pumps, 100 pumps. If you were number 919, that is disgusting. If you were number 20, that is disgusting. Number 273. Like, look, I don't want to follow, like directly follow one penis, much less 918. Like, give me, there's got to be a window of rest, okay? First of all, I bet it looked like someone dropped a ham sandwich. I bet it just looked a wreck down there, a mess. I mean, just like someone dropped a ham sandwich and kicked it home. I bet it just looked wore out. If you're number 1 of 919, then you're like, that was a W. That was a win. That was a win. Anything after number 1, blah, blah. And really, of all the world records, why wouldn't you just be like, oh, I used 919 dildos? Or, I don't know. That's just fucking gross. And I don't even know is she a porn star? Lisa Sparks. Why does it say Lisa Sparks Barack Obama? That's weird. I don't know, but yeah, this is a strange thing here. Lisa Sparks. I don't know what she is. Oh, now here's an article. So P. Randizzle sent me this tweet, but here's an article on, I don't know what this website is, but it says Lisa broke the original world record, which was 759 men. She did it in 2004. She is an adult actor, by the way. Well, go figure. According to the statistics released by the directors of the world record, she slept with one man for an average of 45 seconds. That means one man slept with her for 45 seconds before another would do the same. The whole event occurred in Poland in the year which I have mentioned. According to her, she enjoyed herself, although she confessed that she did feel pain for about a week or so. If you stab anything 919 times, much less for 45 seconds each 919 times. I don't care what, if you just sit here and poke your arm 919 times, that shit is gonna hurt. Could you imagine? I don't know. It says how she achieved the feat is not completely understood. She must have been determined to break the record of 759. It's quite the record. The other question is, if it was every 45 seconds, every 3/4 of a minute. So that means she had to have, okay, if it was 919, oh, this is going to get too much math for me. I can't do it. At some point you got to take a potty break. At some point you got to eat. But let's be real. 24 straight hours. She had to be up, no sleep, getting poked in the Virginia by 919 dudes. And let's be real, I don't think there was 919 Fabios. I don't think it was 919 Brad Pitts. It was in Poland, for God's sake. I bet there were some of them that looked like Danny DeVito. I mean, I bet it was just a wide range of nasty dicks. 919 disgusting men. Wow. So here's your scenario, Marcia. You wanted another scenario. Would you receive 919 men in your body over 24 hours, not just for a world record, not just a world record. Let's throw in $50 million. Because see, there's a comedian in town, Jesse Payton, and he has a joke about the one question guys do to each other is, would you give a blowjob for $1 million? Every guy asks his buddies that question. And then every guy says, no. All right, $2 million. And this is Jesse's joke. And then he goes, $1 billion, right? Like we all have a price of where, as a guy, we would blow, as a straight guy, we would blow a dude. Gay guys, I think, are like, well, if I love him. But the question becomes, ladies, look at Sydney. Donna said, hell no. So my scenario, Marcia, would you have sex with 919 men in 24 hours to be not only the world record holder, but at the end, $50 million? Do you know you could get coochie reconstructive surgery and still have plenty of money left over? You could buy a whole new Virginia with $50 million. You could have that thing pressure washed. You could have, Molly maids come in and clean it out. Like $50 million is a lot of damn money. Look, now see, for $1 billion. No, the question is not $1 billion, because everybody would do anything just about for $1 billion. But I tried to put in a reasonable amount of money that would make it worth it, but is not unattainable. $50 million. Would you have sex with 919 men in 24 hours for $50 million? And I don't see Marcia's response. I know Donna's is a hell no. Chris Householder said yes. I don't know why I'm fucking with House so much today. Jen said, I don't want that many over my lifetime, much less over 24 hours. House said, I would for that. I didn't even see that yet. House, listen, 919 men, $50 million. I won't answer. Marcia, $50 million. Yes. What's your answer, Marcia? No. Now, Cece says paid in one lump sum or over installments. You are given $50 million, Cece. 919 men. Some are fat and hairy. Some are skinny and bony. Some have huge penises. Some are disgustingly small. Some are just disgusting dudes. They stink. But they're going to put it in there for 45 seconds. 919 different times. $50 million. Marcia said, I might consider it. Wow. Okay. Lisa, nope, fuck no. I know, Donna, this is gross. Listen, this is what happens sometimes. We get, shit happens. It's an adult show. So, what did Marcia say? I might consider it for that much money. Okay. Matt said he would do it for $50. You guys are disgusting. Rachel said, can I turn my volume back up yet? I'm done, Rach. I'm done. We are done. What we have determined is that Marcia would not go in the water to save her husband being attacked by a shark. But for $50 million, Oh my God. Let's keep going. Ladies and some dudes, I have good news for you. There is a study out that says thick thighs might save lives. This was on ladbible.com. And it says that the headline says people with bigger thighs are likely to live longer, according to a new study. According to research from the University of Toronto, an increase of 10 centimeters in hip circumference is associated with a 10% lower risk of mortality. More impressively, each 5 centimeter increase in thigh circumference is linked with an 18% lower risk of death from all causes. Author of the study, Tausif Ahmad Khan from the Department of Nutritional Sciences, said people should be more concerned about their waist rather than focusing only on their weight or their BMI. Waist is the better indicator of belly fat, and while one cannot target where one loses fat from, losing weight through diet and exercise will also reduce your waist and therefore belly fat. So, the good news is thick thighs save lives. That's good news. Now, I got a question in the chat here. Hello. Thank you for being here. In your opinion, which football player is the best? Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Mbappe, Lewandowski, Ibrahimovic? I don't think I got that one. Bro, it's obviously Messi. I actually did a whole segment on this not too long ago. Messi is the best soccer player right now on this planet. And it's not even close. So I think that's what they had me say. I don't remember. Yes, thick thighs save lives, Chris. That's the takeaway. Lisa Sparks is immortal then. Alan, you dirty son of a bitch. How dare you make fun of Lisa? Well, okay. That might... Thick thighs save lives. Lisa's living forever. Yeah, don't skip leg day. Rachel, oh, this is great. I'll live forever. Okay. Those aren't thick thighs. Listen, Sydney, to some of us, those are thick thighs, but not really. Like, yeah, this would be more of a thick thigh than this, right? I would agree with that. Real quick, AR Platinum, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Much appreciated. He said one chip challenge. He bought more of those one chip challenges. You and Juggalo trade down. Well, I'm always down. We got to get Jugs involved and do it over Zoom because I'm not gonna do it at the house. But I'm in if Jugs is in. Let's do it again. I'll get Jugs back on the show. We'll do the one chip challenge. We'll probably have to do it like the last 30 minutes or so. But yes, now look, Mimi. Thick thighs, huh? But yeah, AR Platinum, let's figure it out, buddy. And again, thank you for the super chat. KD, this show has been off the rails. Well, I kind of knew putting it together. I was like, let's see. Shark attacks, 919 men having sex with a woman, thick thighs. We're going to be sportsy, but it's going to get crazy in hour number 2. Let's see. I was trying to see what else they said. So they talk about belly fat in here as being part of the problem. But it says, so that doesn't mean that putting on weight will mean you will give yourself a longer life expectancy. But if proportionality, you tend to hold fat in those areas like your thighs, it's been shown to be inversely associated with all-cause mortality risk. Bitch, I got thick thighs. Come on, bro. Let me see here. Can y'all see my, that's not the word. Like, that's decent. Okay, it's not that thing. All my fat is right here. Most of my fat is right there and right here. Like if I lost, by the way, my weight loss, not going good. Not going good at all. But if I lost the weight, the first 10 pounds is always in my neck. And then the rest of it comes from my gut. But that's really where I'm fat at. My face and my gut. That's where most of my fat is. I don't have bird legs. I have okay legs. When I'm this heavy, I kind of have cankles, but when I'm not, it's not bad. I was a runner for most of my life, so my legs aren't really that bad. It's the gut that's the problem for sure. Remember said if you can wear skinny jeans, you don't have thick thighs. Bro, they make skinny jeans for fat people. What are you talking about? You just size up the skinny jeans. You don't have to wear baggy jeans as a big guy. They make skinny jeans for big dudes. And I'll go to American Eagle right now. AmericanEagle.com. No, that's not it at all. I'm telling you, House, you can get skinny jeans. Look, okay, yes, come on. Jeans. They even have a picture of a fat guy in skinny jeans. Fat guy in skinny jeans. Shop men's jeans. I'm going to show you, House. Look, some of these dudes have thick thighs. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let me get this off here. This one. Bust it out. Bust it out. Here, House. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, that's the calculator. We don't want the calculator. We want Google Chrome. Look. See, House? These guys. Look, that guy's not skinny. The second guy from the left. That guy's not a skinny guy. But yet, slim jeans for the big guy. Look, I'll move this. Slim jeans. That's a big guy. Now, see, look, House, what size jeans do you wear? I'm going to get you some skinny jeans. I'm going to order you some damn skinny jeans. I bet you they have a picture of a fat dude in these jeans too. I guarantee you. They always do. Nope, they don't have anybody thick on here. That's a disservice. But I bet you, House, I bet you. What? Bro, what are you talking about? That dude was big. Let me get the skinny jeans. Let me get the size. Reverend, what size jeans do you wear, bro? What size jeans do you wear? That's what I want to know. I bet you they make these. Deanna said, I hate all men. Why? Why do you hate all men? A 36. Bro, first of all, that's not fat, House. But look. Right here. Look at this. You can get these up to a 48-34. Even Clarence can get skinny jeans, okay? Don't give me that shit that you can't get skinny jeans. Now, this is the question. Amos says big dudes look dumb as hell in skinny jeans. Now, that is a whole different thing, Amos. But don't let Chris Householder slander the good name of skinny jeans by saying big dudes can't wear skinny jeans. It's not true. You can get a 48-34, which is damn near just like a rectangle. I feel like a 48-34, that's like a mattress. But how you look in them skinny jeans, you might look like SpongeBob SquarePants. But you know what? You got skinny jeans. All right, I digress. We move on from the thick. Barry needs to get back to Muay Thai. Yeah, no, I just need to go run. I have a home gym. I have no excuse other than I'm lazy and unmotivated. That's it. And it might be lack of sleep. But guys, I really wanted to lose 9 pounds this month. It is September 24th. I have lost 2.5 pounds. It's still okay. It's still a loss. I was thinking about this last night as I laid awake in bed. You know, it's still better than gaining weight this month, But it's not the 9 pounds that I set out to lose. But the problem is motivation. The problem is consistency. The problem is discipline. And the problem is food is fucking delicious. And listen, Southern said skinny jeans are for teens. No. Skinny jeans are for people that want to wear skinny jeans. I happen to have a lot of skinny jeans. I don't want to wear baggy jeans anymore. That was just a thing I changed at some point. I want my jeans to fit. And they make stretchy jeans too, House. So even if you're bigger than a 48-34, they'll give a little. All right. Let's talk about something a little different. Black licorice. Apparently, you can eat too much black licorice and it will kill you. First of all, that's not the real story here. The real story here is that black licorice is fucking disgusting. It's literally, it's like, listen, the black licorice is the tomato of fruit. For those of you that didn't know, a tomato is considered a fruit. But no one eats a tomato like it's a fucking fruit. It's gross. Tomatoes are disgusting. Don't, and save me all your, I love tomatoes. Go fuck yourself. Tomatoes are gross, okay? You're disgusting if you eat tomatoes. And you're disgusting if you eat black licorice. Black licorice is literally the tomato of fruits and candy. It's god-awful, but apparently, if you eat too much of it, it can actually kill you. And not just from the taste. Doctors explained that licorice contains glyceric, Black licorice contains this. Hold on, I'll show you. I can't say this word. What the fuck is this? What am I doing here? What am I clicking on? Chat, get my shit together. Black licorice contains fuck! It contains whatever this highlighted word is. Glycoric acid. Yeah, it contains, good call, Matt Poche. It contains nasty shit. Which, if you eat too much of it, it depletes your potassium levels and contributes to heart rhythm problems. And that can kill you. And apparently this dude, some dude, collapsed. A Massachusetts man wasn't big on moderation, at least when it came to black licorice, and the excessive consumption led to his death. He ate too much, he collapsed, and he died. It said the licorice man collapsed at a fast food restaurant and died the next day as doctors discovered the man was dangerously low on potassium, which led to heart rhythm and other problems. A spokesperson for the Hershey Company, makers of the popular Twizzlers licorice twists, told the Associated Press, all of our products are safe to eat and formulated in full compliance with FDA regulations. You just can't be a fat, gluttonous piece of shit and eat so much that it kills you. That wasn't in the article. I just added that. That wasn't like a quote. Like the first part was the quote. The second part was really, if you eat licorice, you kind of get what you get. Don't fuck licorice. It's disgusting. There is so much candy out there to be eaten. There are so many choices. There are so many things you can eat besides black licorice. Eat ass, okay? Don't eat black licorice. I'd rather you eat ass. If we're just, it's gross. D-Monta said he ate 1.5 bags every day, and that shit is nasty. Is that what it said in the article? I don't know. I didn't read it all. So not only is it gross, but apparently black licorice can kill you. And yes, Francisco, you should wear goggles. I love that that's the first thing everybody says. I love that you guys know. Dimana, ass is good and so are tomatoes. No! Tomato ain't no damn fruit. It's a vegetable. Okay, now see, truck driver Pookie. Tomato is a fruit. Let's see. Is tomato a fruit or a vegetable? According to Britannica. We're going to look at this together. This is from Melissa Petruzzello, who is an assistant editor of Plant and Environmental Sciences and covers a range of content from plants, algae, and fungi. She's a hoot. The age-old question actually has an answer. It's both. Tomatoes are fruit. Say no more, fam. Say no more. Tomatoes are fruit. Suck it. Suck it. See, you doubt me. You think I don't know when I say things, and most of the time I don't. But I was pretty sure. I was 90% sure. Because here's the thing. What I was told is that if it has seeds in it, it's technically considered a fruit. I think that's what it is. Let's see what this says. Let's see. Let's finish reading. Yeah, see, Hugh said because of the seeds. Tomatoes are fruits that are considered vegetables by nutritionists. Botanically, a fruit is a ripened flower, ovary, and contains seeds. Tomatoes, plums, zucchinis, and melons are all edible fruits, but things like maple helicopters, I don't even know what the fuck that is, and floating dandelion puffs are fruits too. For some reason, people get hung up on tomatoes, but the fruit or vegetable question could also work for any vegetable with seeds. Now, nutritionally, the term fruit is used to describe sweet and fleshy botanical fruits, and vegetables are used to describe disgusting shit. I'm just kind of, not really quoting. I'm paraphrasing here. There's no hard and fast rule that clearly designates a fruit as a vegetable, but given that tomatoes are generally not used in desserts and are closely related to other fruit vegetables, it is not too counterintuitive for tomatoes to be classified as vegetables. But at the end of the day, told you, tomatoes are a fruit. The what? And if you like tomatoes, you're fucking weird. Yeah, that's what I said, P. Jones. Tomato is a fruit. Technically, according to science, tomatoes are a fruit, period. All right, let's get into this last story I got together for you here. How often are you being recorded on video? Apparently, 238 times a week on average. There was a study done by safety.com that says you are recorded, the average person is recorded on video, on a camera, at least 14 times at your home or your neighborhood. Because you got Ring doorbells and all that crazy shit. 160 times while driving, 40 times while at work, and 24 times while shopping or running errands. That equals 238 times a week that we end up on camera. Pretty crazy, right? It's the era we live in. And it's exactly, Rachel. It's the age of AI. And you think we have it bad here? Over in like London, they have cameras on all the streets. They don't give a shit. Privacy? No. It's about public safety over there. You would have people losing their goddamn minds if the government tried to put cameras on every corner. But in London, in England, in Europe, it happens all the time. They don't give a shit. It's the world that they live in. Oh, we have an update, folks, from Nora. Nora sent an update. This is what she put. If you weren't a good husband, I'd push you in. Well, goddamn, it's a good thing I'm a good husband. Apparently, I guess. I don't know. That's hilarious. Okay, so I saw in the chat where Brandon Martinez, we have a minute to go. I got to get out of here. Brandon Martinez says, so what's in store for the 100th episode? Well, first of all, I'm excited that we're going to hit 100 tomorrow. and I am working on guests. So I asked you guys on the Discord to give me your top 3 favorite guests in the first 99 episodes of Barry on Deck. Who did you really enjoy? And I'm going to try to bring them back for episode number 100. And the votes are in. The results have been listed. And according to everyone on the Discord, your 3 favorite guests of Barry on Deck were and in no particular order, John Wessling, Mike Liebeshock, and Trey Tutson. So I have reached out to all 3 of them and said, hey, can you do the show? And Wessling is in. Mike Liebeshock is in. Trey Tutson is in. So tomorrow, on the 100th episode of Barry on Deck, not only will we have John Wessling for a while, Mike Liebeshock for a while, and Trey Tutson for a while, but I'm also going to do a 3-hour show. Now, I'm not doing an hour with each of them. I plan on doing an hour by myself, as we always do. And then hours 2 and 3 will be guests. So we'll have Shock for a while. We'll have Wessling for a while, and we'll have Trey Tutson. So we're going to have a good old time. This was voted on in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, that's what you get. You should be in the fucking Discord, okay? So, look, I already said this. I'm really worried. Oh, Mike, I hate you so much. That's such a funny chat message. I am worried about a big letdown. You guys have built up episode number 100, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I can live up to the hype. We're still doing lawn talk. We're still doing all the updates. Nothing's going to change in the first hour, but we are going to have guests. So there you go. And it's going to be 3 hours. So tomorrow for sure is a 3-hour show. We'll start at 2. We'll end at 5. Should be a good time. I hope it's not disappointing, but look, we'll make episode number 500 and 1,000 even better. So, all right, that's it, guys. That is the show for the day. That went by fast, actually. That went by real fast. My takeaway from this show is I found out my wife really loves me. Can you believe it? I can't. All right. Tomorrow is episode number 100. Please join me, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. If you didn't thumbs up this video, please do that. Until tomorrow, be safe. Be kind. Please be kind. And most importantly, say her name and love each other. I'll see you tomorrow. Episode number 100. We're going to do it. Daddy's making a YouTube video.